Okay, so my last video was about lies that console fanboys say about PC gaming. Well, as you saw from the title, this is lies that console fanboys say about console gaming. Maybe you're wondering, how does that make any sense? Well, it does, because a lot of fanboys make up benefits to the consoles that are either not relevant anymore, or that is just pure preference, with no facts holding it up. And that's not to say that there aren't some benefits to consoles, but these ones aren't it. And like the last time I explained, no, I am not a console hater or a PC elitist. I have a lot of consoles and a gaming PC. But all these lying console fanboys need to be exposed for giving misinformation to other gamers. It's just not right. Either tell the truth or just shut the fuck up, okay? Okay, let's get on with the fucking lies. 1. Consoles are more convenient, just plug in, insert disc, and play. Well, for many console generations, that was true. But starting with the 7th generation, and even more so with the 8th generation, this statement is false. Look, you just can't keep using benefits that used to be for the consoles as benefits today, because damn near all of them don't apply to modern consoles. Let's talk about the real step when it comes to playing consoles. Step 1. Turn on console. If it's the first time you turn on the console, you will have to create a profile. If you want to play online, you purchase PSN or Xbox Live, but also the console will usually start to update itself, and sometimes this can take a while. Step 2. Insert game. If it's the first time you insert said game, it will install the game and then download and install patches. Step 3. Finally play game. Well, now you're saying, but hey, that's still only 3 steps. Maybe, but I could word it like this. For first-time users of said console, Step 1. Turn on console. Step 2. Create profile. Step 3. Purchase online service. Step 4. Download updates. Step 5. Install updates. Step 6. Insert game. Step 7. Wait for game to install. Step 8. Wait for game to download day 1 patches. Step 9. Finally play game. Or, if it's not your first time using said console, Step 1. Turn on console. Step 2. May or may not download and install updates. Step 3. Insert game. Step 4. May or may not download and install patches. Step 5. Finally play games. Now, is this to say that first-time PC gamer users and already PC gaming users don't have to take steps? No, not at all. But I'm just clearly stating consoles are no longer plug in, insert disc, and play. Modern consoles aren't convenient anymore. So please stop using that tired excuse because it's not relevant anymore. 2. Better graphics. For some reason, when it comes to conversations just between console fanboys, they argue about which consoles look and run better, which is a stupid argument because you chose to play on a platform that has worse looking graphics and runs like shit most of the time because the games are usually capped at 30 frames per second. If you really cared about graphics and performance, you would go with PCs. But if you just want to game on a platform that you are used to and enjoy, like the consoles, then that's fine. No one is saying you can't choose to play on a console, but stop acting like which console is more powerful even matters. And can you believe there are some people that even say console graphics have surpassed the PC graphics and no way can PC ever catch up? Oh my god, that argument is even more stupid. I won't even touch it right now. Consoles do not have better graphics than PCs. Fact. 3. Graphics don't matter. Whoa. Why would a console fanboy say this when you just said they fight over which has better graphics? Well, because when console fanboys fight over which console has better graphics, and then a PC player joins the conversation, all the console fanboys, they get up and go, whoa, hey, listen you PC elitists, graphics don't matter, gameplay does, fuck you. You know what, and that's true, gameplay is more important than graphics. But console fanboys only say that when a PC player comes into the picture, because they know they can't argue against a PC's graphics capabilities. But then they go talk shit to Nintendo fans for buying and supporting Nintendo consoles, which are usually about gameplay over graphics. They say, Nintendo sucks because it has weak hardware and the graphics suck. Like, what the fuck? Seriously, fucking hypocrites, right? There's a reason why when PC gamers buy consoles, it's usually a Nintendo console. Because it has great exclusives that you can't get anywhere else, and their games usually run at least 60 frames per second. Nintendo cares about gameplay and performance over anything else, and that's the PC gamer's bread and butter. 4. Controllers are superior. Well, no, not really. That's not to say you can't like controllers, because, you know, I love controllers, but they do limit the player with its lack of buttons compared to the keyboard and mouse. Liking a controller over keyboard and mouse and vice versa, it's all preference. So you really can't say it's superior. But if you want proof, the dreaded first-person shooter discussion. Mouse is much more accurate than thumbsticks. But I know what some of you will say, hey, I have no problem aiming with the thumbsticks. Maybe you just suck. Is that so? Then can you please do me a favor? Turn off the aim assist. Because aim assist is there to help with the inaccurate aiming caused by the thumbsticks. But again, you don't have to like keyboard and mouse. But since the controller is limiting, it really can't be considered superior. But it doesn't matter. They're both subjective. You play with whatever you enjoy playing with. Okay? 5. Online is better. Okay, this is a stupid one, but an easy one to debunk. You have to pay for it. That alone already makes the argument irrelevant. And don't give me shit about getting free games from these services cancels out the payment. No, it doesn't. Because on PC, you don't pay for an online service and you get free games. It's just a fact. You're paying Sony and Microsoft nothing. It's just free money for them. And then some will come out and say, yeah, but Microsoft and Sony offer a better social experience. Again, it doesn't, because it comes with a price tag. You can't be social unless you pay. How is that better? God, so backwards ass. 6. Consoles have better exclusives. This is pure preference. You say Uncharted, I say StarCraft 2. You say God of War, well, I could say Heroes of the Storm. You say The Last of Us, I say Civilization. You know, it doesn't matter. I could go on and on with more PC exclusives than console exclusives. But that's not really the point now, is it? The point is just because you like the exclusive on consoles better doesn't magically make them better. It's just what you prefer. My opinion or yours on the best exclusive doesn't mean shit. It's all subjective. You can like the console ones better, but it doesn't mean they are better. I can like some PC ones better, but it doesn't mean they're better. It's just, that's just the way it works. That's your preference. Stop saying it as a fact. 7. 30 frames per second is better because it's more cinematic and the human eye can't even tell the difference. Well, this is actually based off preference, but to be more accurate, no, it's false, because 30 frames per second feels sluggish compared to 60 FPS and up. The only ones who say this have never experienced anything higher than 30 frames per second. Also, don't give me no shit about the human eye can't even tell the difference, because it can. Just check out this video. Now, the 120 FPS ball doesn't really matter because the limit on YouTube videos is 60 frames per second. But you can clearly see a difference between 60 and 30 FPS. Don't bullshit me. Then there's this more cinematic argument. I have news for you. This isn't a fucking movie. It's a fucking video game. Why would you want a video game at a frame rate that's good for films? That makes no fucking sense. Here's the difference. One you can only watch, and the other you can actually control. Don't be stupid. 8. Local multiplayer. This used to be true, and it still kind of is, but not to the extent it used to be at. With the internet, it seems a lot of people don't even play local co-op anymore. Also, since most kids nowadays are growing up with the internet, a lot of them don't seem to even care about local co-op, which is sad. Console still has some, but so does PC. There's 26 pages that have at least 20 games worth on each page listed under local co-op on Steam alone. Local co-op is still a thing, but if you haven't noticed, consoles are trying to phase this out. Except Nintendo. What was one of the best local co-op games you could play on the consoles? For me, it was Halo. 4-player Halo on one Xbox, or just split screen on Xbox. It was amazing. Halo was known for its local co-op, but look at Halo 5. It was taken out. So you and your friends could all each buy your own Xbox One, Xbox Live subscription, and copies of Halo 5. Why let you play together on the same screen when you can all each buy your own buy one of each? Sadly, local co-op is slowly dying, but it's nice that Nintendo still cares about it. Fuck, the Switch is the only console that even cares about local co-op right now. 9. The consoles and the games just work. Oh, okay, so the consoles and the games just work, right? Right? Well, explain this to me. The Yellow Light of Death, the Red Ring of Death, Assassin's Creed Unity, Master Chief Collection, Watch Dogs, and there's so much more than just that. For the most part, consoles and their games usually work right out of the box. But I remember there were a lot of people who complained about the faulty Xbox Ones at release. You think consoles never brick? Or games are never released broken on consoles? It happens on both platform. So again, the argument is stupid. But at least when a PC game is fucked up, sometimes there's a way around it, or the developers will patch it, or fans will fix it themselves. And also, if your PC is breaking down, it is much easier to identify the problem and fix on your own than it would be if your console breaks down. Your only choice is to either trash it or send it off to be fixed at a huge price tag. 10. Physical media is better. This one is irrelevant now. Why? Well, because for many reasons. For starters, what good is a disc if it can't run a game without installing it first? It might as well be a downloadable fucking program. Second, personally for me, box art from the modern era sucks balls. Games used to have great box art and manuals for collectors, but now, what's the point anymore? You get nothing from it. But I will say, I'm sure Nintendo Switch will have some nice box art for their games. Also, people will usually bring this up against PC gamers because most games on PC are just digital, even though there are PC games on physical media. They try saying that since most of your PC games are digital, that leads to a lot of piracy, which is hurting the industry. But it isn't really a problem for the industry or some developers, because a lot of PC gamers only pirate to try a game out. And usually if they like it, they delete the pirated version and buy it. Sure, not all do this, because there are some scummy assholes out there, but more than a good amount does. Just click this article in the description to see what I'm talking about. Also, it's not like they lost a sale because it was downloaded. If they download and don't like it, or if they had no interest in it at all, then there was never going to be a purchase from that player. But then they bring up, well, physical games are better because I can trade them, and that's better for me and the industry. But is it really? Because it really isn't. There's a reason why developers want to go all digital. Because of places like GameStop. GameStop always pushes used games over brand new copies. Because with used games, it's pure profit for GameStop. The developers only get profit from new copies. Used games may be nice for us, but it's hurting the industry and giving developers less profit. So I hope you learned something from all these lies that console fanboys use to talk up the consoles. Seriously, I don't know why console fanboys have the need to just spread misinformation. Look, some people are tired of consoles and want a change. Get over it. PC players don't care if you want to play on consoles. So stop trying to lie to people and keep them from experiencing the greatness that is PC. Yes, there are cons to PC gaming, but what's funny, console fanboys never seem to mention the real cons of PC gaming on their videos or articles. They bring up all these fake bullshit ones that have no facts to them. Why? And the reason why these console fanboys hate when PC players do this, because most PC players use facts to talk shit about the consoles. It's just the way it is. There's more facts against the consoles than there are facts against the PCs. But there are some, but you guys never seem to bring it up. I don't understand it. I don't understand why. But whatever. Okay, again, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video.